Hey folks, Riley Evans from the Ocho.ca here, just making a quick video to react to the decision by the NFL Appeals Board to uphold Ezekiel Elliott's 6-game suspension for alleged domestic violence. First and foremost, good on the NFL for sticking by this policy. They've said that they want to make an impact and expressed the idea that domestic violence by their players is unacceptable on any level, and upholding the suspension in lieu of any evidence that would actually dispute the claims made by Ezekiel Elliott's accuser is a step in the right direction in terms of putting some actual meaning behind the policy. So great on the NFL for doing that. In terms of what this means for the Cowboys, the NFL has said that Ezekiel Elliott will be allowed to play week 1 against the New York Giants because of the period of time in which the suspension was handed down. The league week was already in process, so the suspension is going to take place week 2 until 5. Now, this is where things get complicated. The NFLPA, backed by Jerry Jones on behalf of the Cowboys, have already appealed the suspension to the court system, and then the NFL has already done the standard request for a motion to dismiss the Players Association's appeal. So they're doing the whole regular legal song and dance. This could mean one of two things. Well, I guess there's a number of things, but there's two major things that could probably happen. One is that we could see something similar to the Tom Brady situation, where the NFLPA receives an injunction that keeps the suspension from being enacted until the legal proceedings are over. And then Ezekiel Elliott could go as far as playing the entirety of the season before finding out whether or not he's actually going to be suspended. Or, I wouldn't say it's a conspiracy theory, but it's something that's being bandied about by certain football people. The Cowboys have the most difficult first 4 weeks in the entire NFL in terms of schedule. They're playing 4 playoff teams from last season, which is more than any other teams playing in their first 4 weeks. So what a lot of people are thinking is that this lawsuit and the appeal to have the suspension overturned might actually be a delaying tactic by the Cowboys to keep Ezekiel Elliott on the field for the first 4 weeks of the season. And then after that, Jerry Jones might withdraw his complaint, or the NFLPA might withdraw it, and then Zeke will serve his 6-game suspension from weeks 6 until, or 5 or 6, depending on when, until 10 or 11. Get it out of the way then. Rest up, and then be ready for the stretch run and into the playoffs, assuming the Cowboys are in position to do that. So they could be seriously fighting it, or this could be a delaying tactic by Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. We don't know, and we won't know until we see these proceedings go further. For all we know, the courts could actually dismiss the appeal by the NFLPA, as is requested by the NFL, and we could just see Ezekiel Elliott serve the suspension immediately starting in week 2. Like I said, we don't know yet. There's still a lot of information be uncovered, but the main focal point here is that the NFL has upheld Ezekiel Elliott's suspension for his alleged domestic violence against his accuser. Anyways, that's all for this video. Make sure to like, share it, subscribe to the Ocho YouTube page, check out our Facebook as well as the Ocho podcast feed on iTunes and or Podbean. I've been Riley Evans. I'll see you soon.